For a long, long time, all over the world, people have been telling stories, and lots of those stories are about God. We tell stories for many reasons, because they are funny, sad, exciting, scary, or happy. We tell stories because they help us explore and share our feelings, and who and what is important to us. Our most special stories can become sacred stories. Sacred stories can be told for hundreds and thousands of years, over and over. Today, we will explore an old sacred story and wonder about why our ancestors chose to tell this story and why it was important to them. Then we will discover a newer story that may help us understand something important and sacred in a new way. Thank you for hanging out with me and exploring special sacred story time. Welcome to Heart Stories.
God is breath. God is the strong wind that shapes the earth and sea and makes the stars shine to the farthest edge of the heavens. God is the breath of all living creatures, the breeze that stirs their hearts, that refreshes their souls, and renews their spirits. We all experience God in so many different ways and feel God in so many different ways. Today, our ancient story is from Psalm 8. We've talked about the book of Psalms before. There are 150 of them, and they're all a little bit different, written about different feelings and experiences, and they're like songs or poetry. Today, we're reading Psalm 8. People are so small next to you, God. You put the stars and the moon in the sky, and the birds in the air, above the cows and horses in the fields, and the fish that swim in the seas. You created all the beauty in the world. We can find God in the world and in ourselves. God is everywhere and a part of everything. And that makes everything super special. Today, we're going to read a book about how special this world is. It's called The World is Awake, a celebration of everyday blessings. It's written by Lindsay Davis with Joseph Bottom and illustrated by Lucy Fleming. It's published by Zonder Kids. This is the day that God has made. A butterfly floats through the sun and the shade. The dragonflies flit past the flowers and trees, and grasshoppers hop in the soft morning breeze. And the bees, busy bees, are buzzing today, as ladybugs call them to come out and play. Just look at the sunrise that's painted the sky, and look at the songbirds all starting to fly. The world is awake. It's a wonderful place, alive with God's power and glad with God's grace. Out in the yard, just waiting today, are all kinds of things that want us to play. The gifts of God are found everywhere, and all that I see is just like a prayer. So much of creation is happy and good. Even the rocks would sing if they could. It's in praise of God that trees grow so tall, that grass grows so green, and the flowers all call. Look at us! Look at us! God dressed us up too, like great sweeping rainbows and skies wrapped in blue, like water and sunshine and summer days too. And you, beautiful, beautiful you. And later today, what shall we do? I know. Let's go to the zoo. We can buy a balloon and meet a baboon. We can look at the animals all afternoon. See that bear over there? He's just trying to snooze, despite all the noise from the young kangaroos. The slippery otters are swimming along. The playful coyotes are howling a song. I love zebras and lions and elephants too, pandas and penguins and owls that call hoo, peacocks and panthers, a great mountain sheep, and that grumpy old bear who is trying to sleep. Down at the zoo, they're all on parade, the wonderful creatures that God has made. My belly sounds like that bear when it growls. It's time for supper, my tummy now howls. So let's stop at the market for something to eat. God always provides us with wonderful treats. At supper time, I take my chair and bow my head and say a prayer to thank God for all this food, for carrots cooked and apples stewed, for milk and juice and bread and cheese, for even Brussels sprouts and peas. It tastes so good. I eat and then I thank God for food again. And with my belly full, I start to yawn. The light outside is almost gone. Up in the trees, high in the leaves, I hear God's love in the sound of the breeze. The wind is whispering stories tonight, and far above, the moon shines bright. So I say my prayers and climb into bed, then snuggle up close while my books are read. The comforting night feels calm and deep, calling me down to a dreamy sleep. Calling me down to a dreamy sleep. Calling me down to dream and sleep. The world is full of exciting things. God is part of all of it and part of you. And you can help make the world better with God and with everyone. I'll see you next week.
Everyone, everywhere in the world, and all throughout time, in the ancient past and in the faraway future, has a heartbeat, just like you. All people love and live and feel. All people tell stories to make sense of it all. Let's keep telling stories to honor the past and help create the future. I'll see you next time for more heart stories.
You can purchase the wonderful books used in today's Heart Stories by visiting your local bookseller or using the links in the description below.